Yo, my people, damn CFC with this blue back with another video and it's player ratings, man, for the Chelsea and Liverpool game, which we lost 2-1 yesterday. Hey, man, hope you guys enjoyed the watch along. If you haven't checked out the match review, the link is above. And yeah, man, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, man. Monday, new week, new blessings, and I'll be uploading the video later on today as well as going live tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But now, let's get into the player ratings. I'm going to start off with Robert Sanchez. And Sanchez, man, my days, man. Do you know what it is? It's like, man's aware of your, what's the thing called? Of your shortcomings, of your weaknesses, and things like this, unless you improve. Like, you're never going to be a keeper that's going to be here for when we have to challenge for the Premier League title, because we're going to need a lot more consistency. Like, the ball at your feet, you cause problems. You nearly passed it to Gakpo and that could have ricocheted, gone into the goal. The Curtis Jones goal, like, you could have done better for that. I'm not going to sit here and just say you didn't do anything right. That great long ball that you played to Jadon Sancho from our box to the other, those are your prime, your prime, what's those things called? Your prime positives and how you can help the team. Shot stopping, you are good, but with the ball at your feet, decision making, too inconsistent, and I am aware that we're just lucky we're not going for the Premier League title, because there would be no chance in hell with you in goal right now. Like, I hope you can improve. I hope you can prove me wrong. But especially in the big games, these things happen. Today, there was Liverpool, there was Arsenal last season. Like, there have been mistakes. So you need to pattern up, even though you've been doing well this season. I'm not going to say you haven't. So my rating for you for this game, I can't lie, man. I'm going to have to give you a 5, man, because you could have done a lot better. So I'm going to give you a 5. And then we have right back, our captain, Reece James. Man, that Reece returned. And if I'm not going to lie, man, for the first 20 or so minutes, looking calm, man. It's like he had never left. Certain passes that you're making, switch of plays, running with the ball, getting fouled. Like, he was looking like he was on it. But as time goes on, you see that different things happen and you can get goal. Hence why even the Curtis Jones goal happened, because our defence wasn't reading him. That run that he made, he was able to do it freely. And Reece James, Tosin, that's on your side. You guys should have been more aware. And it just didn't happen. And that's why I'll be able to concede that goal. Obviously, part to play on Sanchez, but yeah, man, we just need to do better defensively. But I've been aware that defensively, that's our biggest weakness. And we have to remember, Reece James is the first time he's playing all season, and Tosin in the Premier League. This isn't normally our defensive line. But even with that defensive line, we can cause mistakes. And that's why I'm not really that surprised at what happened yesterday, because I'm aware of where the team is at. So that's nothing to do with Reece. It's just about the team, and we are growing. So my rating for you, I'm just going to give you a 5.5. Nothing too bad, nothing too wrong. So big you up. And then you have centre-backs, Tosin. And Tosin, man, I can't cap, man. Wasn't that good. I can't really say that you was playing too well. Like, this reminds me of that away game in Servette, where it's like, defensively we should be doing better, but we're getting beat in the air. We're not doing that well defensively. And yesterday, like I said, the Curtis Jones goal, that's on your side with Reece James, and you could have done better, but it just wasn't the case. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to give you a 5. I'll be wrong and give you a 5. But then we have Levi Colwill now, and Colwill, oh man, it's jarring, man. Giving away that penalty, it's actually so jarring, man. But you was being very aggressive during the whole entire match. And even though you done that, you had a good amount of interceptions, decent amount of passes, but Yeah, man, it's just those small margins. Giving away that penalty literally changed everything. Because if we don't even give away that pen, who's to say that we wouldn't draw in this match? Because we were in this match a lot. So for me, I'm going to give you a 6 because even though you gave away the pen, I'm not going to be criticizing you too much, even though our defense needs to do better. But I'm aware of where our defense is. And you guys didn't do too bad considering the attack that was coming up against. So I'm going to give you a 6. And then we have left back Malo Gusto. And Gusto, he done very well. He was playing in a different role on the left-hand side, getting up and down the pitch, trying to be aggressive with Mo Salah. But him inverting allows Salah to have a lot of freedom. And he didn't necessarily do that well. He didn't necessarily do that well against Salah. So I'm going to have to give Malo Gusto, I'm going to give you a 5.5 also, man. Let's give you a 5.5. And now we move into the midfield, and this is where it gets so much better. Because now we can talk about man like Romeo Lavia. And Lavia, big you up for your performance, man. Not gonna lie, seeing you getting taken off early in the second half is very jarring because we ain't gonna have that much protectiveness in the CDM role, even though we have Caicedo and Enzo. But just the way your turn of play, you can receive the ball, turn, pass to the left, to the right, through the centre. Think of how we even got the goal for Nicolas Jackson. Similar kind of things. Turn, pass. You didn't necessarily get the pass, but these are the kind of things that we were doing, and having guys like you make that possible. And we were doing very well in the midfield battle. So I'm not gonna lie, man. Big you up for your performance. I think it was at least like top 2 players for Chelsea. So I'm gonna give you a 7 for your performance. Big you up. I give Lavia a 7 for his performance. And then we have man like Moises Caicedo. And Caicedo, man, doing a lot. Tackles, clearances, recoveries. And then you can even talk about the assist that you gave to Nicolas Jackson. Man, you had a good performance at Anfield. It's not an easy game, but you did very well. And that's why man's happy with certain players that we have. The Romeo Lavias, the Caicedos. Like, these guys are very, very important. Hence why I wanted them to start. They was in both in my predicted XI. Personally speaking, they would have been in my preferred XI if I did one. So I'm happy with your performance. My rating for Moises Caicedo, I'm also going to give him a 7. Big you lot both up. And then on the left, we had Jadon Sancho. And Sancho, man, can't lie to you, man, he was very quiet for the most part. Like, we should have had a penalty. That's 1000% certain. You should have won the penalty. But other than that moment, we're really doing too much down the left-hand side, if I'm going to be honest. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been dribbled past so many different times this season, and you barely done it. And that, for me, was jarring. Because if you see my preview, I'm saying that most of our chances, we have to tackle, we have to do things down the wings. Because we're not going to be able to do too much down the centre. They have Konate and Van Dijk. Arnold, Robertson, get at them. You didn't get at him enough. So for me, I'm going to give you, I'm also going to give you, I'll give you a 5. Because you should have done a lot more. But you should have had a penalty as well. So, yeah, man. I'm going to give you a 5. And then on the right-hand side, we have Noni Madueke. And attacking-wise, I can't really say we did too much. I can't say we done too much. So, Noni, you went past your man a couple of times, but just wasn't good enough from the attacking phase. Liverpool's defence is the best defence in the league, and we saw why, because we couldn't do too much. So, my rating for you, I'm also just going to give you a 5. And then we have Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, man, this is a game where I was hoping that you would turn up, man. But, I don't know, man, you was moving way too slow. Look at the ball that Noni gave to you. It took a little too long. Obviously, had the shot, it went over. But then even that run in the second half that Pedro Neto done, you took too long. And you just weren't really in the game. Yesterday's game, where was Cole Palmer? Like, you can't really say too much about Cole Palmer. And for that, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm going to have to give him a 4.5 because for the player that you are, you should have done more. You should have done more. I'm not going to cap. I know he's been our best player, but you were nowhere yesterday. And that says a lot about Liverpool, but also says a lot about us. You have to get a 4.5, man. So, yeah, man. And then we have our striker, Nicolas Jackson. And Jackson, I'm not going to lie to you, this might be controversial, but I am going to give him man of the match. Because he did score his goal and he has hit the woodwork. But I'm just looking at the improvement that he is doing because I knew going into this game he wouldn't get a lot of service. He wouldn't. Konate and Van Dijk, he wouldn't. But bro was able to get in behind and take his chance. That one chance, that means a lot. That means a lot because we have to bear in mind, Liverpool have conceded 2 goals all season in the Premier League before yesterday. Nicolas Jackson was able to score at Anfield with minimal touches. Like, these are the things that I want my strikers to do. You don't have to be touching the ball all the time. But when you get your chance, take it. He took it. And there's going to be people out there saying he doesn't deserve man of the match. That is your opinion. This is my opinion. That I think he deserves it. Because without any service, most of the time, not getting too into the game, when we needed him, he was there. And he scored straight after the second half started. And we have to big up Maresca for them kind of things. But I have to big up Nicolas Jackson. And I'm going to give him the man of the match for me. So big you up for your performance, Nicolas Jackson. I'm going to give you a 7.5. Big you up for your performance, my bro. But then now we have the substitutes. I'm going to start off with Pedro Neto. And Neto, big you up for your performance, man. Big you up, man. Because when you came on, we was doing a couple things still. Can't cap. Alexander-Arnold wasn't doing no running back. No running back. But when you came on, running back. That's what he was on. He was going down the wing. He was cutting inside. You was doing a Mazzoline, bro. And man just wished that if this was the case, then I wish that you could have started because there's more than what Sancho showed. So for me, my rating for you, I'm definitely going to have to give you a 6.5 because for most of our attackers, you done better than most of them, if I'm going to be honest. So, yeah, man, I'm going to give you a 6.5. Big you up for your performance. And then we have... Wait a second. Sorry. And then we have Renato Veiga who came on. Renato, yeah, man. Physical presence and that, but... Yeah, man. I can't lie to you. I can't really say necessarily too much about your game because Liverpool, we were just having the ball, not doing too much. So I can't lie. I'm just gonna give you a 5.5. Then we have Benoit Badiashile came on. Not too bad in the defence. We didn't necessarily concede any goals, and he was getting aggressive with the Liverpool defence, and I liked that. So I'm gonna give you a 5.5 also. Enzo Fernandez came on. Yeah, bro, not too much. So I'm also going to give you a 5.5. Christopher Nkunku came on. Like, you nearly had a chance. Couldn't get it at the end. But, again, I'm just going to give you a 5 because not really too much was happening. People will sit there and say that, yep, we was taking more shots. We had more shots by the end of the game at Liverpool, but these guys were literally just defending. And they have literally the best defence in the Premier League right now, statistically speaking. So it's not going to be that easy. And even though I haven't given most of our attackers a lot of high ratings, we're playing against the best defence in the league this season. So you have to keep that in mind. But that is the player ratings for the players. Now I'm going to talk about Enzo Maresca. And Maresca, big you up for your performance, man. Because the way we have our team playing, the way you have our team playing, it's brilliant. Liverpool, with their team that they've had for 4-5 years, they sat at Anfield and decided to defend against us because they were scared of our attack. They knew the only way to nullify us, from especially Cole Palmer, is to sit back and defend, and that's what they were doing. But that is down to you, because last season, 28 shots we conceded at Anfield, we got battered 4-1. This performance, completely different. Completely different. Yes, we still lost, but we can have our heads held high because we are seeing improvements. This is only our 8th game in the Premier League with Enzo Maresca, and people can sit there and say that, oh yeah, Arne Slot, he might move different to Klopp and that, but I'm talking about it from a Chelsea perspective, where we don't always win at Liverpool, but we've had very bad performances. But yesterday wasn't necessarily one of them. I'm happy with the performance. And the team, and man, we're getting better. We're seeing improvements. We're still a long way to go. And yesterday does show that we are not a team that's going to be competing for the Premier League title, which I've been saying. We are a team that's trying to get top 4, and we just need to continue. Losses like yesterday, that can happen. But we've now dropped 2 points. We've now dropped points in 2 straight games. We have to win our next match. We have to. So there's going to be this week ahead, it's going to be a big test, because we got Newcastle and Panathinaikos before that. So yeah, man, it's not going to be an easy week, but with Enzo Maresca at the wheel, I'm confident that we can definitely get at least 2 wins out of our next 2 games. So on that note, my rating for you, Enzo Maresca, I'm going to give you an 8. I do feel like Nkunku could have come on earlier, but it is what it is. The substitutions are not necessarily the major thing, but I love the way the team plays and how you got the team playing. So keep having the man them on their toes and keep doing their thing. But yeah, man, my rating for you, I'm going to give you an 8. And that's going to conclude the player ratings. So you guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new Chelsea videos from me. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys later for another video, and I'll be going live tomorrow. So stay tuned and have a nice Monday. In a bit, my people, come on Chelsea, love.